in schools. There were children who couldn't even go to school because their school was being used as a facility to house these persons. And so that's what the sanctuary cities were doing. But then we see across the nation, the states and cities that are not even sanctuary states and cities, like Minnesota, Waltz goes on and says, you know what,
Yeah.
we're not even a sanctuary city.
Yeah.
So
Oh, get out of here with that.
and it's fraud, and that's the money tied up. And then think of it
Yeah.
like this: there are 23 million millionaires in our nation, but there are 343, in between 343 and 347 million people living in the United States. All right. So
Yeah.
the money, the assets are sewed up,
Yeah.
and so we've had to print, but then fraud gets swindled up, and again the monies go away dispersely because we are not using the Fed for what it's made for. Even the states, as we go
Yes.
through the individual, we tout
Yes.
this individualization of take
Mm-hmm.
accountability, get off welfare if you're able bodied. We've got to think about the states and what's going on too, because if you
Yes.
tout that for individuals, you also need to tout it for the states. Back in that time during the 60s, back in the more conservative era,
Mm-hmm.
what we seen were states were more independent. They
Oh
didn't
yeah.
rely on the Fed as much. They were able to set their own rules and regulations without so much oversight and so much handling from the Fed, which is AKA big government, bigger government.
Yes.
But
Yes.
we see both Republican and Democrats jumping on board for more federal spending.
Yeah. And
All
it's
right. Because
yeah.
even if you are targeting these persons to get some of the fraud out, targeting these agencies, what we're saying still, when are the states going to be held accountable?
Well,
That's what we want to see.
they'll definitely be held accountable when we start holding them accountable, and
That's right.
that's the thing. The way our constitution